Welcome to the After Show. I'm Allie, and this blog-style platform allows us more time to focus on specific headlines and explore trending topics. Today I'm here with Josh.
Hey.
And our topic is summer blockbusters, like movies, you know. And we apologize not in advance about we have not been so active because of testing, and we are getting ready to wrap up the school year, sadly.
And call it an end.
Yep.
But before we call it an end, we can talk about some of these great movies that are coming out this summer. Al, you know a couple that you're excited for?
Well, I'm not really into like going to the movies just because I'm not. Because I like the old movies, you know, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Anyways, The Incredibles 2 is like something that I feel like people in my generation and a little bit older really want to see and would enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, how many?
10 years.
10 years since the last Incredibles, and this is a big, I mean, people see this and get the kids, get into the van, we're going to watch Incredibles 2. Another couple good movies that are coming out this summer, the sequel to Jurassic World, and they have a lot of good action movies, a lot of Marvel movies coming out. People are big about Marvel movies, and a new movie I think that would be interesting.
With the basketball players.
Yeah, Uncle Drew with Kyrie Irving and other Shaq, other good basketball players. I think this year is going to be pretty good on movies.
Yeah, and I feel like that would draw a crowd from different people, like, you know, adding basketball players,
adding
actual basketball
players.
players.
That would change. Oh, yeah. I feel like that would, I really honestly believe that movie's going to do great in the box office.
Yeah. Apparently, 2017 was historically the worst year of box office sales in movies.
Correct. They had a lot of remakes, a lot of bad remakes in 2017 year, a lot of bad sequels, and just a lot of bad movies in general. The 2016 they had 40% about in sales. It dropped to 16% in sales.
There are only so many ways to escape the heat during the hottest days of summer, and slipping into a chilly movie theater for a feel-good flick is one of the best. The term blockbuster entered the American pop culture during World War II, when news outlets used the word to describe bombs that leveled entire blocks of streets. The fact that it became a descriptor for a widely successful films is somewhat odd. In the summer of 1975, Steven Spielberg's Jaws became the first true blockbuster, a commercial success and cultural phenomenon, according to Tom Schoen's 2004 book, Blockbuster: How Hollywood Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Summer. Since then, America's iconic summer blockbusters have included Alien in 1979, E.T. in 1982, Top Gun in 1986, and The Lion King in 1994. 1977's Star Wars held the crown for a long time. However, recent historic movies have topped the list. Star Wars: The Force Awakens currently sits at number 3, Titanic at number 2, and Avatar at number 1. The modern blockbuster budget easily exceeds $100 million to produce, making the business a massive gamble. You can all but guarantee that these movies are held for release until the summer months, making May, June, July, and August the official blockbuster season.
During the 1890s, film became several minutes long and started to consist of several shots. The first film studios were built in 1897. The first rotating camera for taking panning shots was built in 1898. Special effects were introduced in film, involving action moving from one sequence into another began to be used.
That's a lot of steps just to film a movie.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, Ali, do you feel like it's a big difference from then? Not just the equipment, the electronics, what we use.
Going, like in general?
In general, just using the movie theater, going with your friends and everything. Do you feel like it's changed, or do you still just go into the movie theater just to sit down, eat popcorn, and watch a movie?
I feel like I'd appreciate it a lot more back in the day, because now going to the movies is not really a big deal. I mean, we can watch a movie from our phone. But I feel like back then, like, going there, you would be like, it's special, like something you don't do every day.
It is definitely something special. I mean, I remember my mom telling me that she probably went to the movies once a month.
Yeah.
When there was a good movie out. And not even that, we can get movies nowadays. Netflix. We got so many ways to get movies, and it's just not a what we call a priority anymore for our
Right.
lifestyles.
Okay, one more piece of history. The first U.S. movie theater, the Nickelodeon, opened in Pittsburgh in 1905, but it wasn't until 2 decades later in 1925 that a revolutionary invention really made that summer blockbuster phenomenon possible. On Memorial Day weekend that year, the Rivoli Theater in Times Square, New York, became the first commercial building with air conditioning. It was a luxury most people didn't have in their homes at the time.
That sounds like something enjoyable. I mean, in Iowa, best movie theater I've ever seen. You go into the movie theater, it's a restaurant and a movie theater.
Yep.
It was outstanding. Movie theaters are evolving, I'm telling you. What is the main reason why do you think blockbusters do so good during certain seasons? Do you feel like because of school? Or?
Yeah, I feel like in the summer, I know my best friend's like a week, she's off in the week for a week during the summer, so they'll like go do things like as a family and stuff, and that's just one thing that families do a lot is just go to the movies because it's something easy and fun, like
and everyone
interesting.
can enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
I feel like a lot of people go during winter holiday because you're off and it's cold, you have nothing to do, so you go to the movies. And then in the summer it's hot, there's air conditioning, and there's nothing to do besides like swim and stuff like that, so you just go to movies to change it up. And that's when people most have their free time, so that's when all the movies really come because that's when they'll make the most money.
And that is one of the biggest reasons why blockbusters come out during those seasons. I mean,
Yeah.
Movie producers know when the best seasons to make a movie, and when it's around, I'm not gonna lie, when it's around Christmas, September, when it's cold outside, a lot of good movies being sold are horror films. I don't know why, but
Because October.
yeah, I know. But that whole month right there's horror films, and then through summer it's all about like action, and I kind of like feel like those party movies. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, and all these movies, like you said, all bring in a very certain crowd.
Okay, some of the most famous blockbuster movies that came out was Jaws in 1975, The Avengers in 2012, Jurassic World in 2015, Jurassic Park in 1993, Guardians of the Galaxy in 2014, Independence Day 1996, Transformers 2007, and the list goes on and on and on and on.
And a lot of blockbusters are remakes of sequels of the old ones. And
Right, a lot of movies nowadays are really just the old movies just redone.
yeah, and it's crazy because you think they would change their approach because the 2017 year they did so bad, but the 2018 year I saw through all the movies they have a lot less remakes now. It's a lot of just brand new original movie with Hotel Artemis and Uncle Drew.
Yeah,
It's
Uncle
a lot
Drew,
of new movie styles, and I feel like the movies are going into more than just horror, action, and the basic stuff that people feed on.
Okay, Josh, are there any movies that you plan on going to see and like with your family or with your friends during the summer?
The very first Purge is coming out. Not the very first Purge, but the first Purge.
Josh, there's like 8 Purge
No,
movies.
I know. The movie's called The First Purge. And Uncle Drew. I think those are going to be some good movies. What about you?
I might go to the movies once or twice this summer, and if I do, it'll probably be to see The Incredibles 2 and Uncle Drew. But I probably won't. I'll probably just wait till it's on Redbox and I go home and watch it by myself.
Common sense.
That's it for today's after show. Tune into our regular programming by clicking on the episode's link. We'll see you here soon for another episode. Thank you.